Okay, I'm working on a Villiers 1H engine, and I've got this generator that I'm having a look at. I was putting it on and I noticed there was a lot of this wire's all cracked and broken, and there was some bad connections here, all burr connections. You can see there was all the insulations are gone. So I've taken all the insulation off, I'm re-wrapping the coils. The coils look quite good inside, so I'm re-wrapping them, and I'm sure they're going to be okay when it's done. The way it's wired is there are 4 coils, which is those are 4 coils. This is the one I've wrapped. That's one I've not wrapped. That one's unwrapped, and that's another one that's wrapped ready. So these 2 are done. That's done and bolted on. That's done and hanging loose. That's unwrapped, and I've not redone it. And that one is just as it's still on a plate. The way it's wired up, because I had to strip it down to find out how it's wired, this thing, because I was not 100% sure what it's off. It's either off a 1H engine or a 2T. I'm still not 100% sure what it's off. What you've got is 4 coils, but there's 2 pairs wired in series. So you've got this one, which is earthed at that side. You've got a coil of wire, and it goes out, which is one of these main wires here. And then there's another one wired in parallel. They're wired in parallel. These 2 coils are wired in parallel. So you've got a coil there connected to a coil there and goes out, so those 2 are in parallel, and they're the same. This top one and bottom one, they're wired in parallel. So you've basically, because they're earthed at this side, they're earthed here, okay, you haven't got a common wire. They're using the frame as a common. So you've got 2 outputs. Now they're going to be 2 6-volt outputs. Now, either the 2 6-volt outputs for the generator or the 2 6-volt outputs for the ignition. I think they're for the generator, because if they was for the ignition, you'd have no way of charging the battery up. So these have got to be 2 generator coils. So it probably is a 1H, because the 2Ts have a different setup to this. So I think this is a 1H setup, where it's a single cylinder, and these will be charging the battery through a rectifier, and that's it really. So I'm pretty sure this is the original. This is a proper 1H generator wiring, and I'm pretty sure it'll work. You can see this coil looks, it's not burned or anything. Just that all this wiring, this one's not so bad, but these others were all flaking off. This is the stuff that's come off. It was all hanging loose. So I've stripped it off, taped them up, and I'm going to make these connections good up here and put a new stretch of wire up there. I'm pretty sure this is going to be okay when it's done. These coils are pretty robust, because they're thick wires. They're not like an ignition coil where they're very, very thin and they're prone to short out. These I've done them before. They've always been okay. In fact, I've rewound them by hand. I've had these before, and I've rewound them by hand, and I've actually rewound them in the lathe as well, and they've always been fine, because it's so thick. The wire's so thick. Okay, just thought I'd keep you informed. Not done a video for a very long time, so